From Divine Sister of the Light, Adrienne Elise, March 17th through the 24th, 2025. Zigzag, Supernova Astrology Update. We are feeling the energy of quickening and rebirth as we move into the March equinox energies. The sun at the end degrees of Pisces is wringing out our emotions and dredging up the past. It will feel nice for the sun to rise into the new fiery energy of Aries for the equinox on March 20th. But shortly after, Venus and then Mercury will retrograde back into those dark end degrees of Pisces. It's scary, but it's about getting out of the darkness of the Piscean age for good. Venus and Mercury are both retrograde in Aries and will stay relatively close together through the first half of April. It's a tag team operation of desperate measures to save the lost and forgotten aspects of our inner feminine. We must retrieve our captured queen and reinstate her crown. Glimpses of what the new age might look like are coming with Venus in sextile with Pluto at 3 degrees Aquarius on March 21st. Mercury will make this sextile on March 26th. We must come into understanding of the foundation needed to move into the Aquarian age. The feminine and masculine must be acknowledged and healed by each other. It's nothing short of alchemy, where we understand the deep mysteries of fire and water. There is incredible power in the perfect balance of opposites. Venus will transit back into Pisces on March 28th and Mercury on April 2nd. Neptune sits at 29 degrees Pisces, close to the north node of the moon at 27 degrees Pisces. This is about a massive realignment back to who we are as spiritual beings, an alignment to Mother's Garden and the Christ consciousness timeline. Both Venus and Mercury will be crossing over Neptune and the north node 3 times, each during this retrograde season. We are finding a new direction forward by coming out of the amnesia of forgetting who we are. The sun in Pisces is crossing over the north node of the moon, and the sun will conjunct Neptune in Pisces on March 20th. This equinox is about this. We can only move forward in this evolution if we can have a way better idea of who we are in our true spiritual identity. The sun will cross over into Aries on March 19th, 20th, as we celebrate equinox, the rebirth of the zodiac, and a great rebirth for humanity. The sun will illuminate the retrograde season, coming into conjunction with Venus on March 23rd at 2 degrees Aries, and a conjunction with Mercury on March 24th at 4 degrees Aries. This is an exploration of who we are and our full potential. The Aries I Am, quintessential wholeness and direct connection to Source. But we are not quite out of the woods yet, with Mercury and Venus returning to the end degrees of Pisces. Mercury will turn direct on April 7th, and Venus will turn direct on April 13th. Then they will begin their third and final pass through the treacherous last degrees of Pisces, in order to be set free for good. Mercury will transit back into Aries on April 17th, and Venus on May 1st for an exhilarating Beltane, and a celebration of a complete release of the traumas of the past age. Mars is direct and moving through the end degrees of Cancer for the third and final time before transiting over into the sign of Leo on April 19th. The retrograde is putting Mars in square to Chiron from the end of January through the first week of April. The final exact square between Mars and Chiron happens March 24th through 30th, just in time for the Aries solar eclipse on March 27th, 28th. Venus and Mercury will meet up with Saturn in Pisces in the first week of April and make a perfect trine with Mars in Cancer. Saturn, Venus, and Mercury will also be in sextile to Uranus in Taurus, highlighting the ongoing Saturn sextile Uranus. This is about overcoming our fear of awakening into our higher power. We are supported now. I can't imagine a better configuration for healing the feminine and coming into greater alchemy within. The way is hard when it's a complete change of direction, but forces are coming around in support of what's right and true. This timeline shift means that it's Mother's world now, once again, and the abundance of true support can rise to meet us like the primary waters rising from the earth. All forward movement in alignment with the great dream is now supported and harmonized. Supernovas, it's time to own it as true with every cell of your being. Mother's garden lives again. From AdrienneAlise.com.